The weeks leading up to the start of a new football season are weeks of anticipation, speculation, hope and luck. Anticipation surrounding the team's potential, speculation and rumour regarding players being bought or sold, hope that the decisions by the club are the right ones, but mostly that luck is on your side. When the 1991 season began in August of last year, the aims, like those of the other 23 second division clubs, were to have a successful season culminating in promotion to the First Division. As the team walked out at Wembley at the end of May, some 9 months later, that achievement was one win away. Through this video, we can all relive over and over again the goals, action and highlights that will bring back many memories to each of us. And as the weeks of anticipation, speculation, hope and luck come round once more, let's look forward to the new season, confident that our achievements of last will be surpassed. Albion's season began with a difficult away trip to Barnsley, followed by a home first leg Rumbelows Cup tie with 4th Division Northampton Town. Manager Barry Lloyd had brought in 2 new players to the club, the vastly experienced Clive Walker from Fulham and the relatively unknown Michael Small, a Birmingham-born striker who'd been playing his football in Greece with Salonika.
When I first came to Brighton, I was used to meeting new people, on a short basis of time, getting to know them. But the funny thing was, on this occasion, I knew what everybody was saying straight away. The first morning, people who stand out in my mind were Chivers, Perry Dibwe, Dean Wilkins, who I met before, John Crumpling, Ian Chapman. They're a lively set of lads and let you feel at home, and we had a good time. I didn't realise I was on trial.
Defeat in both games, 2-1 at Barnsley and most unexpectedly 2-0 at home to Northampton, was a depressing start. September's fixtures began with a home league game against Wolves before the return leg of the Rumbelows Cup tie at Northampton. League games against Watford away, Charlton and Portsmouth at home, followed by Bristol City and Blackburn Rovers away, suggested difficult times ahead. By this time, though, John Byrne had joined Albion from the French club Le Havre. August's poor start could be forgotten. One defeat, 3-1 at Bristol City in 7 games played, saw a turnaround in Albion's fortunes. The 1-1 draw at Northampton, however, ended Rumberlow's cup interest for the season. Small by now had 5 goals in 9 appearances, and the Seagulls were lying 10th in the table. 6 league fixtures in October, beginning with 2 home games. Ron Atkinson Sheffield Wednesday, followed by Swindon Town, managed by Ozzy Ardiles, were visitors to the south coast, before Albion travelled away to West Brom and then Oxford. Finally, Hull City, then Middlesbrough, both at the Goldstone, would complete the October programme. 4 out of 6 at home. Could Albion maintain September's form? 3 defeats, 2 draws and only 1 win against Hull City saw Albion drop to 13th in the table with 18 points, despite 9 goals scored. But 16 were conceded in a month of mixed performances and inconsistent form. November began with a difficult trip to Ipswich, followed by a home game with Plymouth. Then it was off to Upton Park and West Ham United before Albion's first-round Zenith Data Systems Cup tie. Again, Plymouth were the opposition. This time they had home advantage. Finally, it was back to the Goldstone and a league game with the Lions of Millwall. Could the Seagulls find their form? An impressive 3-1 victory at Ipswich and a penalty shootout triumph over Plymouth in the Zenith Data Systems Cup are the main highlights of November. Only 1 defeat, 2-1 at high-flying West Ham, and only 5 goals conceded, so Albion climbed back to 9th in the table. Small now had 11 goals from 20 games, but could Albion maintain their form? The dreaded plastic of Oldham Athletic awaited Albion at the start of December. This was followed by a home game with Barnsley, an opportunity to avenge that opening day defeat, before Charlton made their second visit of the season to the Goldstone, this time in the second round of the Zenith Data Systems Cup. Albion would end 1990 with an away trip to Port Vale, followed by the visit of Bristol Rovers to the Goldstone Ground on Boxing Day. Could the team consolidate its form and make it a Merry Christmas? The humiliation of a 6-1 defeat at Oldham was soon forgotten with 3 consecutive victories. The Boxing Day defeat against Bristol Rovers, however, meant that the Albion would begin the new year still in 9th spot with 31 points. New Year's Day and away to Notts County meant that the Albion players could not indulge in too much festivity the night before. Then it was a break from league action with a home FA Cup tie against Scunthorpe United before travelling to the Midlands for the return fixture with the Wolves. Newcastle United and Watford would be the next visitors to the Goldstone Ground before league action would again take a back seat to the FA Cup should the Seagulls dispose of Scunthorpe. A 2-1 defeat at Notts County was quickly forgotten as Albion began a run of 4 consecutive victories in which 13 goals were scored and only 6 conceded. Brian Wade became Albion's first hat-trick man of the season as he helped himself to 4 goals against Newcastle. The defeat of Scunthorpe in the FA Cup in the meantime saw Albion drawn away to mighty Liverpool.
The game that really sticks in my mind for the season was the game, the FA Cup against Liverpool. When it was drawn, we found out we had Liverpool. There was a big buzz around the town. The players were looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it personally because I've been there before at Brighton and we've won. Actually, we won twice. The actual game itself, the fans were brilliant that day. I remember there was about 5,000 of them cheering, singing. It was a great atmosphere. The first half, we played quite well. We survived a few chances against us. Perry made a couple of good saves. And then the second half, beginning of the second half, we went 2-0 down. And from then, I thought, it's not going to be our day. I can remember just after 2-0 down, they got the ball and they had about 12 passes. They weren't content in scoring. They wanted to keep the ball, kill the game basically. And then we got a free kick on the halfway line, got the penalty and scored. And what sticks in my mind really is the second goal. The great atmosphere, just crawling their way back from 2-0 down to draw 2-2. It was probably the highlight of the season.
But it's just that I just couldn't sleep. And of course, a penalty did come across my mind. You know, if a penalty was going to come across, what would happen? I knew Bruce is a sort of bloke who likes to kidology a lot in these sorts of moments. And I already had a set plan what I was going to do, how to react. But when the day came, everything happened so quickly. I blotted everything out. There was 1 or 2 people shouting my name because I had to pick the ball up. I went to the referee, had a little word. I just tried to cool myself in that situation, slow it all down, and put the ball on the spot, and I knew where it was going to go. And the feeling afterwards was unbelievable. I mean, coming from Birmingham, and you hear about Liverpool, they're the team to beat, but to take a penalty against Bruce Grovelar, and you know some people have missed against him, I think that's achievement.
A brilliant 2-2 draw meant a replay 4 days later back at the Goldstone. Brighton were a team in form. Could they possibly cause an upset?